Hey there, Namaste. I am Hima Arora, a facilitator of learning from India. I've been part of the teaching learning domain since past 17 years. Currently, I'm working in Shivnada School, Noida in India. In my organization, we constantly strive to create a culture of learning which promotes innovation and amplifies students' voice and choice. The art of teaching is the art of assisting self-discovery, as shared by the famous American poet Mark Twain. As an educator, it is my constant endeavor to develop the innate curiosity, creativity, and the sense of wonder in my students. So while working on the unit on the impact of human activity on our planet Earth, I took inspiration from the National Geographic unit, Pollution to Solution, to get my students inquire more about the devastation caused to the ecosystem by the influx of single-use plastic items and how we can raise more awareness against it. Our school follows a framework that emphasizes student agency. The National Geographic Learning Framework is also geared towards student agency. It therefore worked naturally for us to embed aspects of both frameworks into the unit. I led my students into the unit by reading aloud the story, The Cloud of Trash. The narrative sparked a curiosity in my students, and they started wondering where so much trash is coming from and what are we doing about it. It came from discussions how as a society we are not very conscious while disposing of garbage. The parks and public areas are strewn with trash. Most of the students mentioned that they see trash all around. And one of the students specifically said he was horrified how after attending a family wedding, he witnessed the amount of plastic Bisleri bottles were thrown everywhere around the venue. The ecological perspective was highlighted when the students made connection between impact of pollution due to rising landfills and deteriorating air quality in Delhi and nearby cities, which is leading to chronic and fatal diseases in all living beings. We further read case studies of how many animals such as cows, birds and marine animals are dying due to choking on plastic. One of the students candidly shared that we humans are the main characters in this horrifying story and we have to do something to make a change. After going through this project, through the learnings and going through the resources on National Geographic, my students have become more aware and responsible citizens. They're more conscious while using plastic items. For a week, they did a plastic audit and understood that how they are consuming plastic at home. Throughout the unit, I embedded ongoing assessments with the aid of technology into this unit to show how my children are learning and growing. And each assessment gave me an idea that my students are getting better at their understanding and they are trying to apply their learning. The impact of learning was demonstrated through students' presentations, sketch notes and awareness campaigns. My students have become more aware and responsible citizens. They are more conscious now while using plastic items and have started observing their environment more carefully. A group of girls have named them as Plastic Police and started the campaign Change Begins from Home. 2 students have composed a song to spread awareness against the perils of plastic pollution and have started taking sessions for their siblings and friends. The most important part of the experience for me was to look at a particular concept from various perspectives. The National Geographic framework helped me in opening my mind as an educator, and the step-by-step guidance at every stage of the program gave me confidence to be able at getting the best out of my learners. Due to the pandemic, I mostly connected with my students on a virtual platform, but the impact of their learning was evident through their reflections and actions taken by them. When one of my students mentioned while discussing our role in the rising menace of plastic pollution, she candidly said, "We have to do something together, as we cannot stop it, but spread more awareness." Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Please reach out to me on my Twitter handle or write to me. I'd love to connect with like minded educators across the globe.